What do I do if my video and/or audio is not working? There is usually one of two reasons your video or audio is not working in Google Meet. The first being your camera is being used by other software on your computer, such as a dock camera or even a separate Google Meet. In my case, I'm not using my camera anywhere else, but I still have a black screen. The second is you have multiple cameras or microphones connected to your device, and Google is selecting the wrong one. If Google Meet is picking up the wrong camera on your device, we can easily resolve this by going into the settings of Google Meet. Google Meet settings can be opened before or after you have joined the call. If you haven't joined the call yet, the settings can be found by clicking on the three vertically stacked dots to the bottom right of where the live video feed should be and selecting Settings. Similarly, the settings can be found during the Google Meet by clicking the three vertically stacked dots in the bottom right of the screen and selecting Settings. Accessing the settings brings up a window that has two choices at the top, audio and video. You can change your microphone by selecting from the drop-down menu below the text Microphone. You can also make sure if it's working if the three small green dots are moving when you speak, like mine are now. You can also select which speakers your computer uses if you have several speakers connected to your computer. You can also test to see if your speakers are working. If Google Meet is not picking up your video, select the Video tab at the top of this window. Under the word Camera is a drop-down menu. Select the camera from here that you'd like for Google Meet to use. In my case, it was using my document camera, so I will select my integrated web camera. You can see a live feed of the selected camera to the right of your selection, allowing you to check if the right camera is used. Once you're happy with your settings, you may click Done. And then you're ready to Google Meet. Can students use our class Google Meet to talk or video chat each other at any time? No. I'm currently logged in as a student. When someone with a student account clicks on the Meet link in your Google Classroom, a message will show up that says you cannot create a meeting yourself. Contact your system administrator for more information. They can only access the Google Meet once you, the teacher, join. To further demonstrate, here is the teacher and the student view. If I, as the student, attempt to connect to the Meet through Google Classroom, I am either told the meeting is already ended or that I can't start a meeting on my own. Then, if I go over to the teacher side, join the Meet as the teacher, then, when the student attempts to join after I've joined, he or she is successfully able to log in. And here we both are. If I leave the meeting as the teacher, does the meeting end? Actually, no. Let's take a look at the student and teacher point of view. I, as the teacher, am going to leave. And you can see the student is still in the call. This means if you leave a meeting without other students leaving first, they could potentially be on Google Meet without any supervision. How do I end the meeting so that students cannot stay on the Meet without supervision? In order to do this, at the end of your lesson, you must wait until all students leave the call or are removed from the call by yourself before leaving the meeting. Let's try that now. I've dismissed my students. I still have one straggler who's not left. I will click on the People tab, and I will select that person's name, and I will remove them from the call. Then, I will leave the call. As you can see, the student has a notification that someone removed you from the meeting. If, as the student, I attempt to return now that the teacher has left, I have a message that says, "This meeting has already ended." If you end the call in that order, students cannot use your class's Meet link to video chat without your supervision. Bear in mind, the function to keep students out of the Google Meet only works if you use the Meet link in your Google Classroom. If you start a regular Google Meet with meet.google.com outside of your Google Classroom, students can use the link you create to video chat with one another without your supervision. Always use the Meet link in your Google Classroom. Can students outside of my class access our class Google Meet? Anyone, including students, with an email tied to your organization can use the Meet link to join your class's Google Meet. However, the only way that another student could get this Meet link is if it was sent to them by one of the members of your class. For example, in the student view, you can see a student who is not a part of my class. If I put the Meet link, which I've copied, into my address bar and I attempt to connect, I can't connect just yet because the teacher is not in the meeting. So they can't join whenever they want. However, if I, as a teacher, have joined the meeting, once they try again, they are able to join. If somehow a student you did not authorize to join your class Google Meet got access to your Meet link, you can reset the Meet link so that the unauthorized student can no longer join. While in your Google Classroom, click the gear icon in the top right corner to access the settings. Under the heading General, you should see some more options for Meet. Here, you can see a drop-down menu beside your Meet link to reset it. And as you can see, it looks a little bit different. Resetting the link provides your class with a new Meet link and makes the old one non-functional. As you can see, we're back on the main classroom page, and the Meet link looks a little bit different. Now that we've reset the Meet link, let's see what happens when an unauthorized student tries to join our Google Meet. I'll start by launching our Classroom Google Meet, and I'm in. Now let's try having the unauthorized student use the old Meet link to connect to us. And there you have it.